Hi, good morning to everyone. In today's class, we are going to see about the second step of admission of a partnership. Okay, to have a short recap before going into today's class, the treatment of goodwill. In last class, we saw about the admission of partner and the four methods of calculating the new ratio and the sacrificing ratio we saw. Okay, so as you know, in admission of a partnership, there are 6 steps. We are going to see one by one in detail about the each and every step. So the first step is over. Now second step, treatment of goodwill is what we are going to concentrate today, and the revaluation of assets and liabilities. Next, adjustment of reserves and accumulated profits or losses, then adjustment of the capital. In next few classes we will be seeing. Okay, so moving on to today's class, that is treatment of goodwill is what we are going to concentrate. Okay, so today, what is the meaning of goodwill? Goodwill is nothing but it's an intangible asset. You people would have known it. Okay, so it's the name and fame which have been earned by the partner. Now, because of the admission of a new partner, that is, see already, as per our story, there are two partners. A and B are two partners, and C is the new partner. Okay, so there are two partners, A and B. They would have been doing the business for a longer period of time, imagine for 5 years, and C is coming into the partnership, into the business. So the hard work which they have put forth for those 4 or 5 years, they would have gained some name and fame for the partnership firm, right? So that name and fame and goodwill which they have earned is what they call it to be the goodwill, and they are going to calculate the amount of the goodwill by 4 different methods which you would have studied in last few chapters before. There would be a separate chapter called methods of calculation of the goodwill. So you would have studied about average profit method of calculating goodwill, super profit of calculating the goodwill, then capitalization of average profit or capitalization of super profit method. So in any one of these method, you would have found out what is the amount of the goodwill that the firm would have earned during the period. So that is what is the amount of the goodwill, and the new partner who's been admitted might be asked to bring a share of goodwill which will be the new partner will be asked to bring in, and it's going to be shared by the old partner A and B. Okay, so this is what the basic understanding of goodwill is all about. Now we are going to see there are 6 methods, 6 different types of goodwill treatment which would have been given in the admission problem. We are going to see by each one step what's it all about and how we are going to treat all those type of goodwill in the sum. Okay, so second step, once we are doing admission sum, first step la you will find out what is the new ratio and you will find out what is the sacrificing ratio. Second step la you will go into give the treatment for the goodwill. Okay, so now 6 methods are there. We are going to see the first method. The first one is the easiest method. Okay, so it is what first method la where the goodwill is paid privately without any agreement between A and B and C, all those stuff, and they are going to adjust privately. So simple as such enough, no journal entry. So for us it's very easy. If goodwill is paid privately, no journal entry. So that's it. So it's very easy method. Okay, so but we won't have some like this. Rarely when there are so many other complication, you might have a simple treatment of goodwill like this. Okay, next moving on to the second method, which is mostly you will see in an admission problem, is this type only. Okay, so you can mark it to be a quite important type where 80% of the sum will be of this category only. So in this method they would have informed you the goodwill, the premium amount of the goodwill is bought in by cash or check by the new partner. So in our case, she is the new partner. What is the share of C's goodwill, amount of the goodwill would have been given, and definitely he will bring in that amount. In that case, you will pass two journal entries. Okay, so you will pass two set of journal entry. First one is bringing in cash, okay, for the amount of the goodwill. So for example, imagine C is being asked to bring 5,000 rupees as his share of goodwill. Now you will write 5,000 he bought in as a cash account data to premium for goodwill. You will write the first journal entry. Okay, then next, along with the capital, if he brings, now it will be combined entry. So cash account data or 15,000 you will write, to premium for goodwill or 5,000, to C's capital 10,000 you will write in that case. Okay, so that will be the first journal entry you will write. Second is this amount of the goodwill which is bought in by C is going to be shared between A and B in sacrificing ratio only. So in treatment of goodwill, எப்போவுமே sacrificing ratio தான் you're going to give. So you will remember that in point very well. See, for example, in the first method ஒரு new ratio calculate பண்ணோம்ல, அப்போ first methodல old ratio will be equal to sacrificing ratio. So you will not have in mind most of the sum will be of that category. So you will not think the sacrificing ratio only you should give it, but you memorize it that goodwill will be given only in sacrificing ratio, other things na old ratio. So that point has to be kept in mind always. Okay, so because you will do n number of sums where it is of first category, so you tend to forget it in this stage, so I am telling it. Okay, so this 5,000 will be shared among the old partner. You will find the sacrificing ratio. Imagine the sacrificing ratio is 3:2. Chumma or example we found out அப்படின்ட்டு. So it will be, you will share 3:2 ratio. It will be 5,000. You will split it up. You will get 3,000 and 2,000. You will write A's capital to B's capital. Okay, so this is the most frequently asked method, and this is what will be mostly there in 80% of the sum. Okay, so I repeat, the cash will be bought in, the amount of the premium will be shared to the old partner in sacrificing ratio. And sometimes, rarely, if any partner gains, we saw one example last class. So it's suppose any partner gains, the gaining partner also will contribute to the sacrificing partner. Okay, so here along with the new partner, gaining partner also has to give the amount of the goodwill to the sacrificing partner. For example, in our case, B is also gaining. B also, you will calculate an amount. What is the sacrificing ratio? Into total goodwill, if you do, you will get one amount that will be given totally to B. Totally to A. So if there is any person who gains, this sort of adjustment should be given. Okay, just for the sake of information I have given you this. Okay, so this is the first method. Then moving on to our third method. Okay, so where the third method is, again it's a simple thing, where there might be something you might have noticed, that is in the balance sheet which is given in the sum, there might have been goodwill. That goodwill which is given in the question paper in the balance sheet is what they call it to be, for our understanding, we call it to be old goodwill, but technical word is existing goodwill. Okay, so already there was a goodwill in the firm, that is the meaning to it, which is, belongs to A and B naturally, because it's already existing goodwill, it's an intangible asset, so it definitely belongs to the old partner, so they will withdraw it. Okay, so withdraw in old ratio, simple. So if there is any amount of 10,000, 20,000, whatever is the goodwill, you will write A's capital account data, B's capital account to old goodwill. Why I am writing old? Just for our understanding, we are writing this word old, but the technical word is existing goodwill, and this we call it the new partner who is bringing in, other we call it to be new goodwill. Okay, so whatever the amount, imagine 10,000 balance sheet goodwill, that you will in the mari balance sheet 10,000 irukkum. So that you are going to withdraw. Same imagine பண்ணிக்கோங்க, 3:2 தான் A and B ratio வந்து 3:2. So they will withdraw 6,000 and 4,000. that's it. Old goodwill they will withdraw. So if there is any old goodwill without any, even though they didn't inform in the information, old goodwill is withdrawn, and this step has to be done. Okay, so when the moment you saw the goodwill in the old balance sheet, now you write this entry. Okay, so that is the third method. Okay, now moving on to the fourth method. Okay, fourth method is what? See, premium of the goodwill is bought in by new partner in cash or check or that part of goodwill is going to be withdrawn fully or partly. Okay, so in the sum they might give you either fully they have withdrawn, or they would have given you partly they would have given. Okay, so depending upon the sum, either it has been withdrawn fully, withdrawn partly, according to it you will pass the journal entry. So it's the first two journal entry we saw in the first method, second method, adhe same journal entry only you will pass. So whatever is same case, because bought in goodwill. Okay, so cash account data to premium for goodwill 5000 C எடுத்துட்டு வந்தால, so அதை you will withdraw it. So that part you, is going to bring in cash for the premium of goodwill. Then that premium of goodwill is going to be shared among the partners, old partner A and B in sacrificing ratio 3000, 2000. Same journal entry you will pass it. Third is what is the new thing which you will write it now. Okay, so if they say fully withdrawn or partly withdrawn, you just read it carefully in the sum. So if they say fully withdrawn, reverse the journal entry. A's capital account data, B's capital account data to cash. So full amount na full 3000, 2000 you will write it, and here 5000 you will write. If they say half the amount, for example half the amount is withdrawn again, if they say you will write half of it, 1500, inga 1000, inga 2500 they would have withdrawn. So this is the meaning to it. So if they inform you if it has been withdrawn, you will pass one more journal entry extra along with the 1 and 2. Okay, is that clear? So third method is nothing but fourth one, that is the incoming partner is bringing in goodwill, and that part of goodwill is either withdrawn fully or withdrawn half. Okay, next, moving on to the next one, where the goodwill is bought in kind. This is also one of the easiest method. Okay, instead of bringing in cash, okay, இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கேஷில் எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்திருப்பாங்க, அதுக்கு பதில் அசெட்டாக கொண்டு வரோம் நியூ பார்ட்னர், அவ்வளோதான். ஸோ இன்ஸ்டெட் ஆஃப் டெபிட்டிங் த கேஷ், வாட் எவர் ஈ பிரிங்ஸ், what kind of asset, இப்போ லேப்டாப்போ இல்லை கம்ப்யூட்டர் இல்லை ஃபர்னிச்சர், வாட் எவர் ஈ பிரிங்ஸ், யூ வில் ரைட் that name of the asset, account data to premium for goodwill, and other things is going to be the same. Whatever you are going to premium for goodwill, entry to A and B, withdraw and mari, whatever is the sum, depending upon the sum you will write. So first journal entry la, instead of cash is bringing in some asset. That is the only change, and it's very easy for understanding also. Okay, next is what is the tricky part of the goodwill, we might say, and maybe over 20 to 30% of the sum alone has this. Why we say this to be a tricky part na? Because see what happened, we are asking the new partner to bring over 5000 rupees for the premium of goodwill illaya. So in the premium for goodwill 5000, so I have taken an example where 10,000 I am asking him to bring. Okay, so the 10,000 when I am asking to bring the share of goodwill, there might be a situation where that partner is going to contribute capital kaga or 1 lakh. So he might not be in a position to bring this 10,000 fully. So I have written fully is not able to bring, adha cross potirukken. Or there might be a situation where he is going to tell us that he will give 2,000 rupees for the premium of goodwill, 8,000 is not able to bring it. Okay, புரிஞ்சுதா? So it is a situation where we are asking him to bring some amount for the goodwill, but he is into such a situation, financial situation, that he can't bring either full amount or partly, konja amount is not able to bring, and konja is going to bring it. Okay, so this is what is the story all revolves. We'll see one by one clear. So first one we'll see easy part. Okay, so it's a situation where the good premium of goodwill is not bought in or is not able to bring in the money fully or partly. So first fully is not able to bring in நம்ம இப்போ பார்த்துருவோம். ஓகேங்களா. ஸோ இட்ஸ் நாட் ஏபிள் டு பிரிங் இன் த மணி. ஸோ வாட் வில் ஹேப்பன்? யூ ஹாவ் டு டெபிட் த கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் ஆஃப் த நியூ பார்ட்னர். ஓகே, ஸோ தட் இஸ் த ரூல் விச் ஹஸ் பீன் informed by the Partnership Act itself. So current account we have to debit that particular partner because he is not able to bring in the money. So you will write, so what 10,000 full is not going to bring. So C's current account debt are 10,000 to A's capital to B's capital. You will write same 3:2 ratio வச்சுக்கோங்க. So it will be 6,000, 4,000. You will write it. Okay, so full amount is not been in a position to bring and it has been recorded in C's current account. This C's current account will reflect in the balance sheet, new balance sheet. நம்ம லாஸ்ட்டாக சம் போடும்போது நியூ பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் போடுவோம்ல, அங்கே டெபிட்ஸ் அசட்டில் C's current account 10,000 you will write it, which means is not able to bring in the amount of 10,000 as a premium of goodwill. Balance sheet பார்க்கும்போதே you will understand. So that is the logic of debiting C's current account. Okay, so you should not transfer to C's capital account. That will reflect in the capital, that is capital of a partner when we open. So you should transfer definitely to C's current account. அது அப்படியே இருக்கும் டெபிட் சைடு, அதனால it will reflect in the asset of the new balance sheet. So once you look at the balance sheet itself, you will tend to know there is something, that is the premium of goodwill is not being bought in by the new partner. Balance sheet பார்க்கும்போதே தெரியும். That is the meaning to it. Okay, so this is the one part where fully is not able to bring. இதே partly is not able to bring னா என்னன்னு பார்க்கலாம் இப்போ. So partly is not able to bring. Okay, so as our case 2,000 he says he will give and 8,000 he does not give. ஓகேங்களா. ஸோ என்ன ஆகும்? இப்போது 10,000 ப்ரீமியம் ஆஃப் குட்வில். ப்ரீமியம் ஆஃப் குட்வில் அவனோட ஷேர் என்ன? சியோடது 10,000. 10,000ல் வெறும் 2,000 தான் அவனால் இப்போ கொடுக்க முடியும். ஸோ ஃபார் தட் யூ வில் ரைட் வித் த என்ட்ரி கேஷ் அக்கௌண்ட் டேட்டா 2,000 டூ ப்ரீமியம் ஃபார் குட்வில் 2,000. ஓகேங்களா. ஸோ அது மாதிரி எழுதிடுவீங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஜேர்னல் என்ட்ரி வில் பி ப்ரீமியம் ஃபார் குட்வில் 2,000 C's current account. So the part which he doesn't bring will go to the current account. So C's current account 8,000. So this 10,000 we are sharing. See, for this example நான் sacrificing ratios 2:3 எடுத்துட்டுருக்கேன். ஸோ எக்ஸாம்பிள் தான். ஓகேங்களா. ஸோ இந்த 10,000 அப்படியே 2:3 ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணி கொடுத்துருந்தேன். ஸோ 10,000 2:3 ரேஷியோவில் ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணி கொடுக்கும்போது 4,000 6,000 வரும். தனித்தனியாக கொடுக்கணுன்னு இல்லை, ஒரே 10,000 நீங்கள் கொடுத்துலாம். ஏன்னா 2 பேருக்கும் தான் போட போகிறோம். பட் பார்ட்னர்ஸ் கேபிட்டல் அக்கௌண்ட்டில் போடும்போது நம்ம ஜேர்னல் என்ட்ரிலாம் போடலன்னா டைரெக்டாக போடும்போது நீங்கள் வேணால் பை ப்ரீமியம் ஃபார் குட்வில் அப்படின்ட்டு அந்த 2,000 ஃபஸ்ட்டு சாக்ரிஃபைசிங் ரேஷியோவில் கொடுங்க ஏக்கும் பிக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறம் பை C's கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட்டுன்ட்டு இந்த 8,000 சாக்ரிஃபைசிங் ரேஷியோவில் கொடுங்க. அப்போ எனிவே நீங்கள் ஆட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா இந்த 4,000 6,000 தான் வரும் உங்களுக்கு. ஓகேங்களா. ஸோ இதுதான் த மோஸ்ட் ட்ரிக்கியஸ்ட் பார்ட். ஸோ ஐ ரிப்பீட், ஃபார் த ட்ரிக்கியஸ்ட் பார்ட் வேர் த பார்ட் ஆஃப் த குட்வில் இஸ் நாட் பீங் பாட். அதாவது ஃபுல் அமௌண்ட் இல்லை, ஏதோ கொஞ்சம் தான் அவனால் கொடுக்க முடியாது. 10,000 is what we have asked them C to bring, but he is able to bring only 2,000. He is not able to bring the remaining 10,000 rupees. Okay, so remaining 8,000 rupees. So 2,000 what he brings, you will write the journal entry. Cash I is bringing, so cash account data to premium for goodwill. 10,000 goodwill adjustment you will write the journal entry. Premium for goodwill 2,000. C's current account தான் போடணும். இங்கேயும் சேம் வே பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்டில் பார்த்திங்கன்னா இந்த 8,000 அப்படியே இங்கே போய் அசட்டில் நிற்கும். C's கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் 8,000 இருக்கும். ஓகேங்களா. 10,000 இருக்காது, 8,000 இருக்கும். ஸோ 8,000 இங்கே அப்படியே அசட் நியூ பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்டில் இருக்கும். இதை வந்து ரெண்டுத்தையும் ஓல்ட் பார்ட்னருக்கு சாக்ரிஃபைசிங் ரேஷியோவில் தான் கொடுக்கணும். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் இஸ் த டிஃப்ரெண்ட் மெத்தட். ஸோ இந்த 6 மெத்தடில் ஏதாவது ஒரு மெத்தட் தான் உங்களுக்கு வரும். ஒரு அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் சம் ஒரு அட்மிஷன் சம்மில். ஸோ எனி 6 மெத்தட்ஸ் கேன் கம் அப்படின்னா மோஸ்ட்லி 90% இந்த செகண்ட் மெத்தட் பார்த்தோம்ல இதுதான் வரும். என்னைக்காவது டிஃபிகல்ட்டாக செட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறவங்க மேபி இந்த நாட் பாட் இன் பை அப்படி கொடுக்கலாம். ஸோ இதுதான் உங்களுக்கு லாஜிக் ஆஃப் டூயிங் 6 எனி ஒன் மெத்தட் மைட் கம். ஓகே, ஸோ தேர் மைட் பி ஒன் மோர் திங் விச் very rarely you can have in the question paper, that is called the hidden goodwill. அதாவது when you read a sum, no, you might not know the information as to goodwill treatmentக்குன்னு எந்த அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டுமே இருக்காது. அப்போது எல்லா சம்லையும் குட்வில்லோட அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும் கட்டாயமாக. என்ன இந்த சம்மில் இல்லையே நீங்கள் போய் பார்க்கும்போது அப்போது யூ ஷுட் ஸ்ட்ரைக் இட் இன் யர் மைண்ட். தேர் இஸ் சம்திங் கால் hidden goodwill in the might be there அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு you can go and check it out. ஓகே, ஸோ டெஃபினெட்லாக எவ்ரி அட்மிஷன் சம்மில் குட்வில் அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும். பட் இல்லாமல் இருந்ததுன்னா தேர் மைட் பி அ சான்ஸ் தட் தேர் மைட் பி அ hidden goodwill ஆல்சோ. ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் அ சேஃபர் அண்ட் கோ அண்ட் செக் இட் அவுட். ஹவு டு செக் இட் அவுட்னா நெட்வொர்த் ஆஃப் த ஃபர்ம் என்னன்னு பாருங்கள். டோட்டல் அசட் மைனஸ் அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங் லைபிலிட்டி பண்ணலாம் இல்லையா. கேபிட்டல் ஆஃப் ஆல் த பார்ட்னர்ஸ் plus accumulated profit and losses minus your fictitious asset, or we call it to be old goodwill, accumulated profit ஏதாவது மைனஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஸோ அந்த தான் நெட்வொர்க். அந்த நெட்வொர்க் ஆஃப் த ஃபர்மோட நியூ பார்ட்னர் ஷேர் ஆஃப் த குட்வில் என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சி, ஸோ வென் யூ கம்பேர் your new capital and this net worth அப்படி பண்ணும்போது there might be a difference of amount of the goodwill. That amount of the goodwill is what they call it to be the total goodwill of the firm, that you will multiply into C share of profit. 1/4 அவனை அட்மிட் பண்ணுங்கள், into 1/4 பண்ணுங்கள், you will get one amount. That amount as usual sacrificing ratioவில் கொடுக்கணும். அகெயின் இங்கேயும் கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட்டு தான் நம்ம டெபிட் பண்ண போகிறோம். பிகாஸ் தேர் இஸ் நோ ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் இல்லை அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் அந்த மாதிரி எதுவுமே இல்லை, சம்மில் சொல்லவே இல்லை. ஸோ கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட்டில் டெபிட் பண்ணுவீங்க. இட்ஸ் அன் இம்ப்ளாய்டு திங் that when you calculate the total capital of the firm and the net worth of the firm, there was a difference, and the difference is what na due to goodwill. So இதுதான் they call it to be the hidden goodwill. Rarely only this type of sum might be asked in an examination. Maybe while teaching, no, so we definitely teach this type one sum. அவ்வளோதான், கண்டி ரொம்ப ரேராக தான் இருக்கும் கொஷின் பேப்பர்லலாம். ஓகே, ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் த டிஃப்ரெண்ட் types of treatment of goodwill. So any one of the method might be there in each and every sum, that is for sure. Okay, so in the class you would have understood about the treatment of goodwill, I believe. Thank you.